What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Teffin here, coming to you live through the power of the internet. And it is Retro PC Gamer Day of this build here. It's the Pentium 1 system that I've been talking about taking apart. And we're going to take it apart today, and I will clean it out after we get all the parts out of it. The cleaning part probably won't be on here because, hey, who wants to just watch a bunch of computer parts get cleaned? But hey, look. We'll take it apart, and you can watch that part. So, how's that sound? Does that sound party good to you? All right, so let's remove the shell. That's a computer shell. An all-in-one piece. Not to be confused with an all-in-one cooler. Look at all that moisture buildup. I don't know if the camera can pick that up, but yeah, this has been sitting out in the cold winter weather. Why? Because it does not smell very nice. Did it come from a good home? I don't know. But I didn't want it sitting around in my home because who knows if it had spider eggs in there or who knows what. Well, judged by the cobwebs back here, that could very well be likely. All right. Let's turn it around so you can get a view of what's inside. What is inside? There you go. Right on. Sorry we don't have different camera angles. Something we'll work on in the future, but not much I can do about that right now. No. Okay, well, let's get it down on its side. And maybe it might be more important to be able to see what's going on in here than to be looking at me. So I'm going to adjust the camera, and then we'll get at it. Alright, so let's take a look here, see what we got. Alright. Oh, let's start with some of these cards. Okay, so first off, we got a sound card. Oh, shit. Wrong screw. Alright. So, first off, we got an ISA bus sound card. Creative Tech 94. So, I'm guessing that's probably what became Creative Labs. Copyright Creative Technology 1994. Made in Singapore. Yep, Creative Labs Incorporated. So, what specific model that is, I don't know. It's got the Vibra 16 chip on it. So, yep. Basically, in other words, we got a Creative Labs sound card. It's got your line in, mic out, line out, speaker out, and your joystick port. Next up, got an ISA bus modem with a mic and speaker. Rockwell, made in Mexico. Now we got some PCI port, or a bus, whatever. There we go. It's a network card from Parallel Tasking 2 Performance fast Etherlink XL PCI 3Com Ethernet adapter. Oh, 10100 base. Wow, 100 megabits per second. Back then that was probably a lot. It's probably like some high-end stuff. Okay. And this looks like a video card with, I don't know if that's a DVI port or, I don't think so. It's got a VGA port and some other port I am not overly familiar with. Texas Instruments video card. Powered by MGA 64-bit graphics. Ooh. Now, I don't know for sure, but I'm guessing that was a 2D video card. Okay. And lots of cables here that go from the motherboard linking to the ports at the back. You don't see that these days so much. Okay, here's a power connector that was hooked up directly to the fan. These days usually the fan's connected to the motherboard so it can be controlled and know that it's working, but there's the that's a CPU cooler back during the Pentium 1 days. That was it. That's like shocking. Imagine sticking that on a modern CPU, expecting that to work. Oh, yeah. Okay. Got like a mess of wires here. Let's see if we can get most of the power ones disconnected. Alright, here's a motherboard non 24 pin. It's like 1, 2, 3, 2 6-pin connectors for a total of 12 pins. So as a wow, with totally different connectors. Yeah, you could tell I know like very little about computers from this era. Even though I run Retro PC Gamers, I have not had the time to catch back up on learning a lot of this older technology from these days. I had a Pentium 1 when I was younger, but I think it was built for me, I think, and the most I knew was like changing the PCI cards and stuff. So yeah, and like software stuff, obviously. Alright, remove the IDE cables and such at least. Alright. Ah, that was probably the floppy disk drive cable. Okay, so floppy power connector. Power off of the hard drive. And there we go. Not power. Okay. There's all those power cables. And then we got some group full of power cables or something that go out to the front power button. Okay, I guess it won't be that easy disconnecting the power supply yet. Wow, things are really done a lot different these days than they used to be. Okay, guess we can go ahead with removing these then. And then we got the memory. There we go. Yeah. Well, if you know more about this stuff than I do, I'm sure you could be able to know and post in the comments or something how much memory this is. It doesn't directly say much on it that I know without having to look stuff up on the computer. So, yeah, warranty void if removed, and that's about it. So it's got this much system memory in it. I'm sure at least some people are triggered that I don't know this stuff. My apologies. Alright, so there's all the memory or RAM. At least I know what it is. Okay. So we got the socket 7 Intel Pentium. Here's the good part. This is the part everyone's probably been waiting for. Be careful not to bend any pins, because it's the old school style there. So looks like they're all good. So it says Intel Pentium with MMX tech. See, FV80503200, 2.8 volt, SL27J/2, A4 9295, Intel Pentium with MMX tech. So doesn't say specifically whether it's a 200 or 233, or I'm not sure, but I think they had 166s with MMX as well. I know they didn't have 133s with MMX because I had a 133 and there was no MMX, and I've watched some videos on it since then. So it's probably either a 2 or 233 or something like that. So I'll have to look that up later. Maybe do a different video on that. That's the gold right there. Literally gold. Yep. Lock, key lock, speaker, reset, hard drive LED. Oh, there's one CPU fan, but they did not have it hooked up that way. And then there's a suspend, and there's connectors for turbo LED and turbo switch, but it does not look like this motherboard supported the turbo feature. So, yeah. Let's go ahead and disconnect those because they're all labeled, so it should be easy enough to reconnect anyway. Yep, so that covered all those. I have no idea why they didn't just do the power through that as well. Just make things more difficult. There's your audio connector that goes from the disk drive to the audio card. I think SPDIF connector or whatnot. So that I'm definitely familiar with because that was still a thing during like Pentium 3 days and stuff like that. Just when I got more into actually being inside of the computer and doing this stuff. Let's see, is there any screws on this side? Yes, there is. Okay. Alright, I think the next thing I could get at for sure is this hard drive on the top. This is probably boring for some people, possibly entertaining for others, I don't know. Maybe some people are just going, wow, you don't know jack about this, and you're pathetic. Who knows? It's being done anyway, so deal with it. Or don't watch it. Okay, so kind of a weird and interesting way that this case works, that there's like a hard drive mount up here above the power supply randomly, and then another slot for a hard drive down there, but like I don't know why they would have just done like they normally. I don't know. No idea why this slot's up here for putting a hard drive, but kind of interesting. So it's a Seagate ST51080A. Wow, they actually tell you like the cycles. Oh, here we go. 1083 megabytes. So it's a gigabyte. There you have a gigabyte hard drive. That is very interesting. Seagate gigabyte hard drive. Wow. It's incredible how much the times change. Okay, I see now. Okay, I think I know how that's gonna come off. Providing that, no. No. Okay, so this old school front panel, I think you actually have to unscrew it, and it's not gonna just pop off. It's a good thing I didn't rip at it to try to do that. I do apologize that none of these screwing parts are sped up or anything, because I don't have the time for video editing and all that stuff right now. I got enough other things to do, so it was enough taking time out of my day that I need to be spending working on a video doing this, so. But on the other hand, I was getting tired of these just sitting on the patio. There's still 2 other ones, video surveillance thing and some other one. Plus then I got another one sitting down over there behind the camera. So I'd like to just get these done and tidied up. So look forward to 3 more videos like this. Video surveillance computer one will definitely be pretty interesting. It's a CCTV system. It's actually like a big computer, not like the new modern tiny little CCTV boxes you see these days. Okay, is that all of them? That looks like it. Hopefully this comes off now. Please. I swear I thought I got all the screws. Huh. Maybe I have to remove the other drives first as well. It's like doing a puzzle or something. Now that motherboard afterwards, I could just take that out and toss that in the dishwasher to clean that. And in case you're like, what the hell is he talking about? You can't stick that in the dishwasher. And well, yeah, you can bring that up with Der Bauer, because apparently, according to him, world famous overclocker, you can. Now, as far as these older motherboards go, I don't know. Like, you didn't specify that, so I'm personally not going to. I'll probably try to clean it a bit more carefully, but apparently you can. Alright, 2 more for this one. Mind you, you know, accidents can happen either way, so. Yes, there we go. It was needing to come out here. There we go. Alright, so there's the disk drive, CD-ROM drive, Cyber Drive 120D. Yeah. Probably not a very fast read speed on this old thing here, but I have no idea what the compatibility is for different operating systems. However, I've got plenty of other disk drives that probably have a much faster read speed, so hopefully maybe one of them can be compatible. But I'm sure I can get lots of help in the group from people for being able to put together a Pentium 1 system here. Providing that, like, the motherboard or things here even work, we don't know yet, so. I thought rather than just plugging it in to hope and see if it works or not, maybe by better idea to clean it up first, just in case. And it definitely was not going to plug it in while it was all covered in moisture and stuff from sitting outside. Alright, now we can remove the front power connector. can get that on camera here. So there's just 2 screws here. I'm going to remove these. Let's take this off. There's the extensive steps that you have to go through just to take out a power supply on one of these older systems like this here. Quite ridiculous if you ask me. And then obviously the actual power supply screws in the back here as well. But I think first what we'll do here is finish removing this stuff here. Get the speaker out there. There we go. So there's the front panel and speaker. And the floppy disk drive. And let's check out this other hard drive here first. Okay, so this one is a Seagate ST3491A. It's yeah, get down to the bottom point. It's 240218899. No, it's 428.1 megabytes. So yeah, obviously that gigabyte one's a big deal in comparison. So holy. So it's got like nearly a gigabyte and a half. Although when you actually count down the space, probably a little over a gigabyte of actual storage space between the two. Alright, now let's get this power supply out. And to think at one point this was like all brand new stuff. And clean and in good shape and probably worth some decent amount of money. Now it's somebody else's garbage that I'm taking apart and cleaning up and reusing and whatnot. So, and now that power supply, we'll probably also take that apart, not right now, but at another point, and check it and see if there's any blown caps or anything obvious that we know it's broken or things like that before going to use it. And then I guess since the power thing's like, yeah, like that, we don't even have to use the trick to trip it to turn it on to test it. So that's an interesting thing, at least about these old power supplies here, is that we can be able to just go like that just to see if it works. and I would imagine the fan would turn on. Now we don't know for sure, like, if all the power works in other things, but like we know that turns on. That's it. So, all right. Next up, that's it. Just the motherboard. So, I guess we can take out the motherboard. Oh wow, and the motherboard just has the like big fat keyboard connector, and then these other connectors are like a serial and printer, I think, maybe, and so another type of serial port. So if you wanted to actually have a mouse or use a mouse back then, it probably had to connect through a serial port. Wow, I don't think I actually even have a serial port ball mouse from back then, so that would be something I have to get if I wanted to get this up and working with a mouse. Wow, that's interesting. I knew such a time and technology existed. It's just been a long time since I've seen it. Long time. I mean, the furthest back I recently seen is like your smaller PS/2 port connector mice and stuff, of which I think I at least might have one of those, but as far as like serial port one, I do not, that I know of. Okay, these connect as well in the back. Yeah, it looks like it. I thought those were just like standoffs. Okay, here we go. And come out that way. And then there we go. Awesome. Alright. There, we got it out. So Intel PCI set, so Intel chipset motherboard, via 2 chipset as well, and can't find any large predominant printing to know exactly what the motherboard model is. Huh. Interesting. Well, if you know more about this motherboard and can provide any details in the comments. Oh, there it is. 35-8258-03. Yeah. Huh. Cool. Wow. I know I have at least 1 or 2 other computers that are like 486 era things with some ISA buses and stuff. So anyway, well, that about concludes it. Now I gotta take all this stuff and clean it. Yeah, we're not gonna video record that though. So alright, well, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Yep, hope it wasn't too boring. So anyways, check out retropcgamers.com, and yeah, you know what to do. Alright, have a very happy day.